Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is James. This is a brand new channel. And if it wasn't obvious by the name, this is a document and just track my progress of my weight loss. Now, I will quickly say I have started my journey. So I'm like 2 months into my journey. So I kind of cheated, I guess. This is not the start. But basically, I've been wanting to do this for a little while. But I was kind of very nervous to do it. I'm a very anxious person. And to share this kind of stuff online, or even just to share it at all, is quite a difficult thing for anybody to do, but I find it very difficult. But I'm biting the bullet, and we're doing it now. But yeah, the purpose of this channel is just to follow that, and we're going to be doing videos probably once a week to start off with, and it'll be every Monday, and I'll just be checking in, having a conversation, talking about how I feel, what my weight is, because I've been weighing myself. I've been weighing myself every single Monday for the past 2 months. And yeah, just document that. And basically it's to help me. I feel like it's going to be good for me to share this. And also, if anybody comes across this video, first of all, thank you for clicking it and welcome. But yeah, also if you might be like me and stuck, you might be stuck in a rut and you don't know where to turn, you don't know where to start. I'm the kind of person that, you know, has had troubles with that, and I find it very difficult to get the motivation to do that kind of stuff. And luckily for me, it's kind of started. But if I can inspire at least one person to go, oh, I'm just like that guy, you know, I wonder what he's doing, and to track, you know, it's always good to see weight loss, and seeing inspiration from people is a really good thing as well. And if I can inspire one person, I know it's kind of cheesy to say, but if I can at least inspire one person and go, oh, that guy's doing it, maybe I can do it, you know, that would be a fantastic, you know, a fantastic outcome in my book. So, a quick little background on me. Like I say, my name is James. I'm 33 years old, and I've struggled with my weight my whole life. Probably, I'll say my whole life, probably from the age of 10 onwards. I was the fat, chubby kid at school, short, chubby, that kind of kid. Was bullied, the stereotypical stuff. And at the age of 15, on the summer holidays, so here in the UK, I'm not too sure where it is in, you know, abroad and stuff like that, but in the UK we have a summer holiday which lasts for 6 weeks. And my sister, I lived with my dad at the time, and my sister had an old exercise bike. She unfortunately had issues with weight as well. We sort of runs in the family. I think it's an hereditary thing, but she had an old exercise bike, and I said to my dad, oh dad, can we fix that up? And we did, and I just kind of rode it, and I can't exactly remember, but I used to probably every day. I did that for the 6 weeks. And when I went back to school, people noticed. I also noticed, like, when I went back to school, my clothes were fit, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I didn't really notice it myself because I'm myself, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. But people would notice it and say, oh, look at James, he's lost a lot of weight. And people, you know, treated me different. I wasn't getting bullied anymore, and people were like praising me, and it was a good feeling. And I carried on doing that until I left school at the age of 16. And when I left school, I didn't go on in further education, not at least until the following year when I was 17. So what I did was I got myself a part-time job, but basically my day-to-day life was exercising. I got really, really obsessed with it, unfortunately. And from the age of 15 to the age of 17 and a half in that total time, I was probably about 16 stone when I was 15, which obviously is quite heavy for a 15-year-old. But I went down to just under 7 stone. I think it was 6 stone 10. So as you can imagine, that's quite light. Going from, well, half my body weight I lost in just over or just under 2 years. And people were telling me I was ill, and, you know, I was about very skinny. I was like I'm 5 foot, probably a bit shorter then, but about 5'9", 5'10", at just under 7 stone, about 6 stone 10, like I said. And whatever that is in pounds, 14 pounds to a stone. We use stones and what over here, but work it out. I should have worked out beforehand, I guess, but 6 stone, about 6 stone 10. And I felt great, but people told me I was ill and all this kind of stuff. And looking back on it, and even to this day, I still have like a body dysmorphia. I used to look at myself and I used to analyze every inch, and I used to write everything down. I used to exercise for hours a day. I was non-stop, and I would hardly eat. I was counting my calories to the minuscule detail and all that kind of stuff. And if I didn't do one sit-up that I did the day before, or I did one less rep on my weights, which I thought I was doing correctly, but looking back on it, I really wasn't. But yeah, I used to punish myself. I was very not a good person or not a good person to myself back then. And I didn't realize it, but looking back, yeah, I definitely had, definitely probably was anorexic and had an eating disorder and body dysmorphia. Now, over the years, I have been, so from that state to maybe the age of 18 and 19, I left home, I got a normal job and, you know, I became a normal weight, you would say, from my, you know, from my height. I was pretty healthy. Yeah, I was not ripped or anything like that. So I just sort of basically gradually went out of the obsession with exercising, because it was an obsession. And I was a normal weight, but I always felt that I was overweight. I always had trouble with, when I looked at myself, I saw something different than everybody else did. And at the time, like I say, I was young, I didn't realize that. And no matter what people would tell me, I didn't really understand. But yeah, as growing older, I've realized, and unfortunately over the years, I've gained weight, I've lost weight. At one point I used to do a lot of weight, you know, weightlifting, in my early 20s, and I was quite, you know, fit. I was very I wasn't like a big muscle guy, but I was toned, you know, six pack, had the V and all that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, but I didn't realize that, you know, but looking back on it, it was kind of silly of me not to realize it. But unfortunately, you know, learning later on in life, it's a mental health disorder. So yeah, it's unfortunately, it's just something I never realized. And yeah, over the years, I've sort of gained a bit of weight, lost weight, gained weight, lost weight. I've done it many times, but unfortunately this time, over the last 5-6 years, due to certain circumstances, and I just sort of touched on anorexia and stuff like that being, and body dysmorphia being a mental health issue, I unfortunately have developed depression, and I've been diagnosed recently with an anxiety disorder, which is very crippling. But that's why this is quite hard for me to do. But yeah, no, I unfortunately have put on more weight than I ever did. I didn't care. I wasn't interested. I didn't care what I looked like. I didn't look at myself. And unfortunately, I went to the extremes. But yeah, as of the 6th of January of this year, and we'll get back to that in a minute, that's where you can see this little mock-up graphic that I've made here. By the way, these videos will get better. This is just like, I want to do this now. I'm going to do it raw. I'm going to get it out here and just make that step, because I've been sitting here wondering what I'm going to say and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, as of the 6th of January, so like I said at the start of this video, I'm actually 2 months, I'm on the 3rd month of my journey at the moment. And I started, so this is very hard for me to say out loud, but it is what it is. I actually started, my weight was, boom, as of, I'm a little bit over there, but as of January the 17th, now I did say I started on the 6th, but unfortunately, the scales that I had, yeah, when I stood in them, it was an error. I couldn't get my weight. So yeah, so between the 6th and the 17th, I must have lost weight, because I was, you know, changed my eating habits. I started lifting some weights, doing a bit of cardio and all that kind of stuff. But I'm not tracking that because I don't know the numbers. So as of the 17th of January, 422 pounds. So like I said, I am actually on my 3rd month, into my 3rd month. As I'm recording this, it is the 16th. So we're literally nearly at 2 months since I originally weighed myself. And I'm currently, as of Monday the 13th, so I weigh myself every Monday, like I say, I'm actually 392 pounds. So I have lost 30 pounds, or in, as we would call it, 2 stone, 2 pounds. 14 pounds in a stone, 28 pounds, 2 stone, plus 2, 30 pounds, 2 stone, 2 pounds. Now, you might say, oh, he's just making this up. I have actually documented myself. I've made videos myself, recording myself, and I've actually been recording. I've got spreadsheets of what I've been doing. So you just have to believe me right now. And I just want to quickly say, I've got no reason to make stuff up. I've got no reason to lie. As we go on, I've got like an app that will track my weight. I will put that on the screen every week, all that kind of stuff to show my progress. If one week I'm having a bad week, I'll tell you I'm having a bad week. If I'm in a good week, I'll tell you I'm in a good week. If I put on weight, which I shouldn't do unless I have a really bad week and I just binge eat all the week, and I'll talk about my eating habits in a moment. But if I do, or I stay the same weight, I'm going to tell you. If I've lost weight, I'm going to tell you. I've got no need to lie about anything. So what I tell you here is now, you just have to take my word for it. So like I say, yeah, with my eating, I'm no expert, by the way. So I'm going to quickly get this disclaimer out there. I'm no expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not trained at all. I know what works for me. I know what I'm capable of. Over the last 2 months, January was kind of like a testing the waters. I was trying to wonder if I could still do certain things. I'm a little bit older now than the last time I went through some sort of like trying to lose weight. And like I said, I'm trying to lose a lot more weight this time than I ever have before. So I was just testing the waters, checking things out, seeing what I could do, trying this, trying that. And over February, I kind of honed it a little bit more, tried to get like a proper routine, work out how many I'm going to do of certain things. Like I've got like a machine in there that I can do lateral pull downs, I can do bench press, I can do all sorts of stuff in there. I've got a treadmill. So I'm just basically testing it out, trying different things and seeing what was helping me and what was working for me. And after the period of February, I started to get into a flow. I ended up going from every day in January to every other day. And then I change my routine up a little bit every day to make it fresh. So say I start off with, on one day, I start off with lateral pull downs and chest flies. Next day, I'll start off with chest flies and then maybe I'll do bench press. I'm mixing it up so it's not as monotonous, because sometimes the repetitiveness of it can be sort of like, especially if you have somebody who struggles to step over and go, right, I'm going to go and do my weights now. I'm going to go to the gym now. To step over that line is quite a big thing, especially for someone like me who can be, my own mind basically can be my enemy, unfortunately. So if I change it up a little bit and do things differently, I'm doing the same thing every day, just sometimes do it differently, or every other day, sorry. That helps me. So that's sort of thing I've been doing. But yeah, I'm no expert. So all this stuff that I've been doing is basically what I know. But if it can help somebody else, and like I say, if one person sees this and goes, oh, I'm like that guy, he seems, he's doing stuff and it seems to be working, I wonder if I can try that. But yeah, what I've learned is, as well as with my eating, I've been eating less, but I've been trying to eat more. I worked out that my, as of right at the start, so when I first started the 422 pounds thing, I worked out that roughly to maintain my body weight at that, it was about 4,000 calories a day. Now, I think in the past, and a lot of people make mistakes, is they go on crash diets. So they go, I'm going to starve myself and I'm going to eat 500 calories a day and da, da, da. No, because you end up failing because of what's it called, ghrelin, your stomach, you can't do it. Some people can do it, but it's never going to last. And I've done that in the past, and I know that. So basically I've been trying to, if I would cut out 500 calories a day, I would still lose weight. But I've been struggling to hit like 2,000, and that's not because I'm forcing it. I've actually been sometimes forcing myself to eat because I know that I need more energy. So yeah, things like that. I've been doing intermittent fasting as well, which some people say intermittent fasting is not necessary. I tried it. I'm not being strict with it. I tried the 16 and 8, so 16 hours off, 8 hours window to eat. So between 12 in the afternoon till 8 p.m. is my eating window, but not to be strict with it. So say if one day I'm feeling really hungry at 11 o'clock, I'll go make myself my food an hour early. And then same goes with 8 o'clock at night. Say I'm running late or I'm busy. Oh, beforehand, I've been in the past where if I go a minute past my schedule or my window to eat, I'm like, oh, I can't eat now. And I've done that in the past, and that's not the way to do it. So I'm giving myself a bit of leeway in between, so it doesn't have to be, strict like that. But yeah, intermittent fasting seems to work for me. Maybe it does, and it's a placebo effect. But I find intermittent fasting works for me. But yeah, I'm going to stop rambling here. This video has been going on for 13 minutes. This is my first recording as well, so hopefully this has gone okay. I apologize if I come across as like irritable or erratic or something like that. I don't really know. But like I say, this is a very big deal for me, and it's quite anxiety inducing, but I want to do it and I want to get it out there, and I want to start doing it because I feel, like I said before, it will help me to share it and to talk. And also, if somebody watches this, like I say, or if people watch this and they can get inspired or join in and want to follow me as I do my progress. And like I say, it's not just gonna be like this every week. We'll think of stuff to do and change it up a little bit. But this is just, like I say, this is just the initial video. So yeah, it's kind of like an introduction, so to speak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here. I'd like to say thanks for watching. If you want to follow my progress and check in, then feel free to subscribe and all that stuff, and leave a like if you've enjoyed the video. Also, feel free to leave comments, ask questions. Like I say, I'm no expert, but I can, any advice, I can do my best or try and guide you the best I can. At the end of the day, I can only show you what works for me as well. Don't think that don't think what I do. And like I say, I'll talk a bit more about stuff like that in other videos, like what exercise I'm doing. I can show you my stuff and my equipment, which isn't the best, but it is what it is. I'm still at that point, by the way, where I'm not too confident to go to the gym. If I had somebody to go with, it'd be different. But unfortunately, I don't have anybody close to me that wants to do exercise and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I'm stuck with just being at home for the time being. But yeah, if you want to ask questions and leave a comment, feel free. I don't bite, and like I say, I'll get back to you. And even if you ask a question, I can even add it or include it in another video, right? That could be an idea. We can do not Q&A, so to speak, but maybe a Q&A. I don't know. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, and if you've enjoyed it, and also, yeah, subscribe if you want to follow my progress and all that kind of stuff. I apologize, I'm shaking my camera. As for now, I'm going to end the video. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And as always, stay safe, and yeah, hopefully catch you in the next one. Leave questions, we can answer them, and yeah. And just remember, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. Yeah. Stay safe. Catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.